Yes. So, hi everyone. Hi Anjali.
Hey.
So, this is our episode zero of the new podcast that we are starting.
Yes.
Uh, so, first we should introduce ourselves.
Yep.
So, I am Ktien Hima, K for short. Uh, I am a Reiki master primarily. I also practice crystal healing, EFT tapping, etc. And also an acupressure therapist. Anjali?
Yes. So by profession, I'm a project manager, but apart from that, I'm also being blessed with Reiki by Kay and her mother. So thank you so much for bringing me into the space. And since then, it's been a beautiful journey of healing, being healed, and healing people also. And yes, so that's where life has brought us here so far. So very much excited.
Yeah, yeah. And that's also why we decided to come together under the banner of Etherine Healing
Absolutely.
Community.
Yes.
We thought it's important to share the experiences of healing, to share modalities of healing, and to have a community where people understand what we're talking about first and foremost.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's interesting that you said that understanding what we're talking about, right? Because we often come across people who are, for lack of words, spiritually aligned, or and they feel out of their world, right? And they kind of have a feeling that, oh, my family don't understand what I'm trying to say, my friends, they tease me as if I'm out of the world. But this is the space where, when they speak to us, we let them know that, okay, you're not going bonkers, what you're saying makes sense, we are here to
Yeah.
hear you, right? So everything has its meaning.
Yes,
Yeah.
very true, very true. And whenever we are in conversation with other healers, there's a lot of things that come up. We also channel a bit. We uh, have advice coming out of our mouths which are equally for them and for us, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So there is a lot of these kind of things that happen, which Anjali and I, we think it's time to share it together
Yeah.
with a
Absolutely.
bigger community. So
Absolutely.
hence
Hence, here we are.
we came together as Etherine, and also hence this podcast. We
Yeah.
intend to um, interview or speak to have conversations with other light workers, other practitioners, other people uh, doing healing in their own ways in their lives and in the lives of their clients,
Yep.
and share stories, experiences, conversations, ideas.
Yeah.
So that is where we are going. And today we are starting on the very auspicious occasion of the Leo new moon.
Yes,
I'm
absolutely.
especially excited because I am a Leo moon myself. My moon sign is Leo. So I'm like, yes, this is my time.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So another, having said that, I also want to, put this out there, that why is it that, the transition of, I'm not an astrologer or anything, but I do understand the concept of energy, right? I mean, everything around us, be it even out there in the space and cosmic elements, everything has an influence on our life as well. Right. So even the phases of the moon, whether it's new moon, full moon, like today is like new moon, right? And a beautiful day for manifestations, new beginnings, and uh, I'm definitely very much. Always excited when it comes to the moon cycles and days like these.
Yeah, yeah. And Leo itself is all about what brings you happiness, is about childlike innocence. Childhood is also starting new things.
Yes,
Um,
beginning.
yeah, and Leo is also in the tarot. Leo is also the sign of the strength card. So it's about what makes you happy, owning that, standing in that, and taking that power for yourselves, standing in that power.
Great.
So yeah, that's what this is all about.
That also is some a perfect blend required, or that is something that where transition starts, right? That's where I believe a lot of people have been going through a lot of changes in their life in the past few weeks and months. But with this, I think it begins a new transition into their life, with be it new hopes, new job, new opportunities. That's what I would like to believe. And of course, inviting something new would also mean letting something go. But when we talk about letting something go, doesn't mean actually a person or a thing. It's also about that emotional baggage that we usually carry around as person, right?
Yeah.
So let's all invite in everything beautiful into our lives.
Yes, yes. Everything beautiful, as well as, I mean, it's a healing journey. So there might be things that don't look beautiful, don't look very comfortable, don't look or feel very comfortable, but growing pains, right? So
Yeah,
so there is also that part that is not to be brushed over or ignored. That there will be pain, there will be suffering, but the whole idea is the best quote I have heard is that pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional.
exactly, exactly.
So it's life. Pain has to be there. That's part of life. It's part of the up and down of life. But you decide whether or not you want to suffer through it.
Yeah,
How
either
you
you
take it.
sit in the pain or you
Yeah.
move on.
Yeah. And that brings me to something I wanted to discuss today, which is about resistance. It's been on my mind for a few days. So, whether it's about resistance to healing or resistance to bring in new things into life, right? So, what I wanted to know your thoughts, Anjali, on resistance.
It's very interesting because resistance is the first step. I think, not with the language, but in with respect to the concept, it has a synonym to denial, right? I mean, uh, let's talk about it. For example, if someone says, "I want XYZ in their life," whatever that is, but are you willing to do what it takes to get there? But no, then you'll have a series of excuses coming in. So why is that? Okay, you can't give up on something. You maybe probably you have to put in a lot of effort, or maybe you are in denial also. "Oh, no, no, I don't think I'll be able to do this. It's more of an illusion." Right? Whether making space for something to come into their life. So resistance is not also a part where knowingly or unknowingly, consciously or subconsciously, people are practicing it, or it is embedded into them. So the I believe the first step to handle the resistance is to first acknowledge or begin by observing, do I have it? Is it possible? Right? So what are your thoughts?
Resistance, for me, whenever I think of resistance, there are a few things that go together with it, words that come together with resistance. So, one of them is self sabotage,
Absolutely.
and the other is um, fear of success, fear of failure, fear of
Yes.
judgment,
Yes.
fear of the unknown.
Yes.
So, I think all of these are connected and can be put under a single something like umbrella of
Need for validation,
Mhm, mhm. Yeah,
right? What would they
yeah,
think? What if I
mhm,
do this? What would they say?
yeah,
What would people say? That's a common tagline that most people
yeah,
use, right?
yeah.
So if not me, who else will do it? Again,
Mhm.
the illusion of control,
Yes, yeah.
right?
So
So
underlyingly, I think it's a. I mean, what I've come to, what my current understanding is that it's a sort of misguided protection. Our
yes,
ego, our the part of our mind that wants to keep us protected in some way, try or keep us safe,
yeah,
tries to tell us, okay, don't cross this line because we don't know what's beyond it. It's out of your comfort zone. Don't cross, right?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
so
Agreed. I really like that term that you use, misguided protection. Good one, right?
Yeah.
You're right.
Because I believe we need to also, this will help us in accepting that part of ourselves. We don't have to judge or um, ignore or push away that part of us that resists. For
Yeah.
instance, we are trying to manifest, let's say, a big amount of money in our life or abundance in our life, right?
Yep.
And we'll find that there are beliefs within us that or which have been conditioned into us that
Yep.
do not allow us to manifest the
Yep.
exact same thing that we are trying to manifest. We will
Yep.
come face to face with that at some point.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
that doesn't mean we are not good enough, or that doesn't mean we are people who cannot manifest, or anything of that sort.
Agreed.
It's
Agreed.
just a part of us that has grown up in certain ways, learned to cope with the life in certain ways, and all that is okay, right? It's part of the human journey.
Agreed. But there's this also a duality that I've seen in most people where they battle within themselves on first the concept is right and wrong versus what they are actually feeling they need to do, which
Yeah.
in other words means what is healthy and what is unhealthy, right? So what in their perception, because right and wrong is all about perception. What is right to me need not be right to you, right? It again depends on the situation. But what is healthy for me, right? So a lot of resistance comes in alignment with what is right and wrong, which their perception of right and wrong or what they think that the society or their upbringing has taught them to be right,
Yeah.
which may be making them resist a lot of growth, of spiritual growth, emotional growth, or growth in their life in any aspect, right? So that is another kind of a mindset shift. It's just not something that comes in very easily. Of course, it starts by identifying it that okay, no, this is probably not the healthy way of thinking,
Yeah.
right? Right.
And there's also another aspect which I've seen, which is that we resist and without realizing that we are resisting,
Yes.
without realizing that we are creating that roadblock, nobody else.
Yeah.
Right. So it's
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
about accountability, taking responsibility for our life, for our decisions, for our actions.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a huge topic to talk about
We can
again.
keep talking about it. It never ends. It never
Yeah.
ends, actually.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
on the in with the Leo new moon in background, since new moons are about manifestations and bringing
Yeah.
in new things in life. So
Yeah.
that is why I thought it was important to bring this up today.
Yeah.
So what do you think we can do to deal with resistance? Okay, you identify that you are resisting something.
Yeah.
What do you do about it? How do you go about it?
So the basic thing which I would or recommend to do is start by writing it down. Why
Exactly.
writing? Yes, why writing? Because now you are engaging multiple senses.
Mm-hmm.
You are seeing, you're thinking, you're writing. So it's important that you don't think and write. You just take a sheet of paper, bluntly write down whatever that is automatically coming into your mind. You will be surprised at what is coming out there. Sometimes you will come out issues that is buried deep within your subconscious mind, you that might just come out of nowhere. You'd be surprised when you read it. Sometimes you might come up with some kind of a solution that you might be looking outside for someone, maybe uh and even that part of yourself that was resisting you, and you might even come up with your own solution as to why you were resisting, and you'll be surprised with what you find, right? So writing is definitely a miraculous practice that I would recommend. Mindless writing. That's how I would like to say. Literally, don't think about it. What you're writing, you just
Yeah.
write. You can use anything. You can use anger. You can put in any emotion. You can use any swear words because nobody is going to come read it. This is your safe space. You and the paper. You sit. You read it, and then you contemplate. What do you want to make out of it? right? If even if it is just plain expression of frustration, you can just burn the paper and let it go. That will also give you a lot of healing experience, right? It's going out of your body, it's going
Yeah.
out of your system. So this is where I would begin. Is there anything else that you would add to it?
Yeah. So EFT tapping is one of them. EFT tapping, emotional freedom technique. EFT is emotional freedom technique. It's about it has it the I think the idea behind it is that there are places in our body where we store certain emotions. The emotions are deposited in certain places of the body, and there are energy meridians, acupressure meridians that can there are places on these meridians where you can apply soft pressure, and
Hmm.
it will enable us to release those emotions, those stored up blocked energies. So something like this. So this is one of the main points. You just start tapping like that.
Here is it.
And yeah, that is the physical process of it, but it also involves what you have to say and how you frame those things, and you will find automatically that just like in automatic writing, you will find things coming out from your subconscious. You will feel, oh, I didn't know this was the reason. Oh, okay. It will bring
Yes,
up memories. You will be like, oh, this is where it started. So you'll get all
exactly.
these kind of epiphanies, and you will most probably you'll find more things to work on.
Of course, of course. Yes.
But yeah, this is
Yeah.
also a very effective way of dealing with it. Uh,
Yeah.
Other things are, of course, meditation. Meditation, clearing your mind will help those things to come up. Because the way I understand it, the mind has a certain way of functioning, which is to, when you're stressful, when you're in traumatic situations, when you are overwhelmed, your mind protects you by closing it up.
Mm,
Like, you will not
right,
be able to
right.
deal with something when you are in that situation. But
Agreed.
once you're away and once you are in a safer space, when your mind feels it is safe to process these right now, that is when these will come up.
Mm,
So I think keeping yourself in a centered state
mm.
through meditation will allow these things to come up.
Yeah, yeah. And as and when they get cleared out, you're making space for new manifestations to enter your life. It's more like, as an analogy, you have a room filled with a lot of unnecessary things. If you have to
Clutter.
bring in new furniture, some make it beautiful, you have to actually throw off and clean that room
Yeah,
so you'll get your space, that
yeah,
ambience or whatever you look out for, right?
yeah. So
Agreed,
it's
agreed.
it's the same for energies. So
Yeah.
the power is in your hands. Again, Leo, the power
Yes.
is in your hands. You decide to bring in, to be in your strength, to bring in what makes you happy, to let yourself go back to the childhood innocence, right?
Yeah, yeah, agreed. Having said all this, Kia, I also want to touch base upon one point where uh, people they bring rigidity into the practice of spirituality also. I'm
Mhm.
not able to meditate because I can't stop my thoughts. I've heard people say, I mean, so it's okay. Let the thoughts flow in. That is also, a part of it, right? I mean,
Yeah,
so I think with this following episodes, it will be really nice to touch base upon letting people know that there are different ways that we can do meditation, mindfulness practice, and it's not just about forcing yourself to, okay, don't stop thinking. I mean, like, don't stop. I mean, you have to stop thinking, or you have to do this or do that. If you're not able to do this, you are a failure. No, it's not that. It's not that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There's also one more thing I want to bring up, which is depending on rigid formats or advices of people who do these things, and therefore they know how to go about it. As healers, we are not really um, know-it-alls, right?
We are not. We
we,
are always
we
learning.
yeah, we are always learning. We are also channeling. We are open to guidance from the universe and from our spirit guides, which is a potential which resides in every single person.
Everyone. Yes.
So just tuning into your intuition and allowing your intuition to guide you is more than enough.
Absolutely.
You have all the answers that you're looking for.
Yeah, you do.
So
You do.
that is also something, yeah. that will also, if you allow yourself, you will find all those answers that you need.
Yeah, it's more like open your heart, open your mind, right?
Exactly.
Open your heart, open your mind without judgment to
Without
yourself or
judgment.
anything.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
Without judgment.
without
That
judgment. True,
and
true.
that I think will allow you to keep away all your resistance.
Yeah,
Allowing is removing of resistance and allowing things to come in.
agreed. Agreed. I'm really excited on how this is going to unfold.
Yes. Same here. Same here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, so I think we can wind up our first video and
Episode 0.
episode 0. Yes. So all those who are watching, just I know you might have thoughts, you might be healers or you might be new to this, you might be also thinking, I don't understand what these folks are talking about, but that's absolutely fine. Just as we said, there is no judgment, but we are also here to answer all your questions. This is here for you. So please feel free to reach out with your questions so we can answer you. And yeah, what anything else you want to
Who
add,
knows? Maybe
Kim?
that will give us ideas for future episodes as well.
Yes, it will. So that is the whole idea, right? I mean, fill in with uh, rituals and practices that will actually help you. And if there are any myths, for example, one of the myths that I we usually face when people come to us is I'm not able to meditate. I'm not someone who can visualize, and that's absolutely fine. Does not mean just because you can't visualize or just because you can't stop your thoughts, you are not someone who can't meditate. There are different ways that you can do this. So there are many myths and everything around that. So feel free to reach out. We are here for you.
Yes. So and all our information will be included somewhere in the description.
In the description, we will be adding in wherein you can drop in your questions. Of course, our comments are also open. And yeah, write to
Looking
us. What do you
forward.
feel? See you all.
See you. Bye
Love and light
bye.
to all. Bye.
Love and light to all.